Hi friends, it's me, Miss Wendy. And this week with Junior Art, we're going to do some raised salt painting. Should be lots of fun. Let's get our materials ready. So, what we'll need is a cookie sheet, paper, either food coloring or other already made watercolor, cups with your made watercolor. And again, all you need to do for that is several drops of food coloring and a little bit of water. Some paint brushes. I went with a little bit of a thicker tip, and you'll see what I mean by that as we do our project. I chose to do 3 colors. I have kind of a reddish color, a green, and a kind of reddish purple, and we'll see how that comes out. Of course, we're also going to need glue and salt. Now that you're ready with your supplies, open up your glue and just start making any kind of a loop-de-loop kind of design. Here we are, Miss Wendy making her crazy sounds again. All right, that's my creativity kind of song, I suppose. All right, so you can see it's nice and all scattered about, kind of like a little scribble, if you will. I then will take my salt and start to cover it. Now, the reason why we have the tray underneath is we don't want to make a mess too much, but enough so that it's contained as we put the salt all down. And all I'm doing is I'm gonna shake it all around, make sure it gathers on all the pieces as best as possible. Okay, once you feel like it's all set, then you're gonna shake off the remainder of the salt. So I've shaken off the remainder of the salt, and you can see I kind of took my tray and I tipped it to one side so all my salt was kind of gathered into one side of the tray. Just kind of helped to keep it a little neater. Now, dipping into the paint, you're just gonna drop, at random spots. You want your brush to be nice and good and wet with the paint. And that's why with having food coloring and a little bit of water really helps. I know some people really like to use watercolor paint, and the little tray method is a little bit difficult unless you really get the tray of watercolor paint really good and wet. It doesn't see how it kind of gathers that paint and kind of soaks in? And you're just going to go around your whole drawing and drop the paint in random spots. It's pretty cool. And keep going all over random spots and just watch how it just, look at that. Ooh, it's cool. And keep going with it all over your salt drawing. Ooh. Something else I wanted to experiment with was perhaps a dark colored paper. I had a scrap of some pink paper, and I have my leftover salt at the edge of my tray. So I just thought it might be kind of fun to see what would happen if I did it on a dark colored paper or something that wasn't white. It might be kind of cool with black paper. Maybe you could write out the word love or hope or faith. I just chose to do a heart on this. The pink paper kind of got me inspired to do a heart. Okay, so and again, same thing. I'm just tipping my tray just to get most of that settled down to the bottom. And again, a very saturated brush. And dab it down. Oh, I love how that just kind of explodes across. Look at that. It's very cool how it comes out. So experiment and see what you come up with. Maybe you have some scrap papers of different colors around your home and you can create something. So some final words. Go ahead and experiment with different colored papers. Make sure that you have a cookie tray or cookie sheet underneath to kind of capture your salt as you're shaking it on there. And after you've made your creations, they are going to require some time to dry. So make sure you find a space that you can let them dry. It could take anywhere between a day or 2 days to completely dry. But look at what fun you can have with all the different colors and designs. Be creative, and be sure to share with me on Show and Tell Fridays at 2 o'clock. Be well, everyone, and happy creating.